There's a race going on in Ohio that seems to be important. Nina Turner, progressive champion, versus Chantel Brown, transphobic, genocidal, apartheid-supporting lunatic. If you live in Ohio's 11th district, vote for Nina Turner. This is my official endorsement. But there was a very interesting thing that occurred. In that the Congressional Progressive Caucus, so-called, decided to endorse the anti-trans, raging bigot lunatic Chantel Brown instead of the champion of progressives, Nina Turner. You might be thinking, why did the Progressive Caucus endorse the anti-progressive candidate? Well, they got bought and paid for. Chantel Brown showered them all with money, gave them a fuckload of cash, and bought the endorsement. It's that simple. It's called bribery. It would be illegal, but this is America, baby. So anyway, here we have Mark Pocan, someone that needs to be immediately removed from office. And I am serious about this. I don't, like, these are not progressives. These are not allies. Once you prove that you are this easily bought and paid for, you are useless to any left-wing project. So Mark Pocan it went on television to explain why Chantel Brown was endorsed. Now, before we watch this clip, I want to showcase, I'm going to talk about this in the next segment. AOC came out and endorsed Nina Turner. Better late than never, but still, AOC, technically a member of the Congressional Progressive Caucus, the only member so far, not even Ilhan Omar, Rashida Tlaib, or the rest of the so-called squad, are bucking the line on this one, unfortunately, but they may have their own reasons, I'm not sure. Here's Mark Pocan. Now again, AOC has endorsed Nina Turner. So Mark Pocan is lying here. He's either lying or he's been lied to, and the information he's passing along is a lie. This is, again, is a documented lie. Now, also, Chantel Brown, again, showered the Congressional Progressive Caucus in blood money from corporate super PACs, right-wing, far-right, Coke-funded, oil-funded super PACs. This is Mark Pocan defending that decision.
As you know, there's big disagreement right now in your caucus over this race, Chantel Brown versus Nina Turner. Bernie Sanders is standing by his endorsement of Nina Turner despite the CPC's endorsement of Brown. And if you think about it, one of the strengths of your caucus is your ability to stay unified. What do you make of this divide? Does it spell trouble in the future for your caucus?
We have almost 100 members, and when we took the vote, no one voted not to endorse Chantel. So I don't know if the divide that, some of the journalists in Washington, D.C., for some of the capital newspapers like to say, but we didn't have it when we endorsed someone. And, the good news is you've got two great progressives running. I mean, we like this option. What I don't want to have options is where we got people who are, not going to be supporting things like Medicare for all and other.
Chantel Brown campaigned against Medicare for All just last year, less than a year ago.
Their priorities here, you've got people who are, and I think at the end of the day, that's good for the people of Ohio and good for the American people, but people in that district will ultimately make the decision.
So again, either he is lying to us and therefore he needs to be immediately primaried, or he is useless. As in, he is actually a corrupt sellout. Again, Chantel Brown, when trying to advocate on behalf of LGBTQ rights, went on a transphobic tirade about her so-called trans friend while misgendering her several dozen times. Over and over and over, repeatedly misgendering their supposedly dear trans friend who happened to no longer be with us. She has advocated against transgender rights. She has advocated against Medicare for all. So either Mark Pocan knows this and is lying. He knows this and is been bought and paid for to believe that she just 180'd over the course of 6 months. She just switched all of her positions as soon as she got into Congress. Now she loves trans people. Now she loves Medicare for all. Right? So these are the people that need to go. Pramila Jayapal, gotta go. Ro Khanna, gotta go. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. The bought and paid for, get rid of them. And honestly, there needs to be a statement from the rest of the squad besides AOC. And I want to talk about AOC endorsing in a moment, but I'm going to do that in a separate segment. There needs to be some statement. I'm willing to believe that if Rashida Tlaib and Cori Bush came out and said, like, we kind of didn't want to put our, thumb on the scale for this race because if we did, we feared that there would be, like, a lot of money coming in from the right and they, we wanted to, and Nina Turner has talked to them and communicated with them and they all decided that that's the best decision. If that's the case, I'm in. It's all good. But we're going to need to see a statement of some kind. If there's no statement, I'm very concerned about the authenticity of the rest of the squad in regards to this. Very, very concerned. But again, Mark Pocan is saying no one voted not to endorse Shontel Brown. It was unanimous. If that's the case, why would AOC then buck that and endorse Nina Turner individually? And also, again, we have two great progressives running. We like these options. That's a lie. That is a bald-faced lie. That is a lie. That is not true. He is lying to you. I don't care about Mark Pocan's history. I don't care about his career. Once you showcase that you are this easily bought and paid for, Shontel Brown is, I believe, one of the top fundraisers for the Congressional Progressive Caucus. She campaigned against, she was an anti-progressive when running against Nina Turner, right? Then joined Congress, gave the Congressional Progressive Caucus a fuckload of money, and is now having them go on TV to lie for her. That is a lie. These people cannot be trusted. It's that simple. It's that simple. And again, this idea like that the Progressive Caucus like works together, they keep the caucus together. What happened with the bipartisan infrastructure package? That was another example of the Progressive Caucus lying to you. They lied. Pramila Jayapal went on television several dozen times and said, we can get Joe Manchin, we can get Joe Manchin. We're not going to vote for the bipartisan package unless Build Back Better is also sent. They said that for months and months and months. Then what happened? The bipartisan infrastructure package went without Build Back Better, and they fell in line and voted for it. Why? Because they lied to you. They lied. They took corporate money, blood money from right-wing, far-right Koch brother oil and gas companies to kiss the ring of Joe Manchin, a coal baron who's heavily invested in oil companies, to lie to the American people. They all lied. There were 6 people in the Progressive Caucus that are actual human beings, and that was the squad. AOC, Cori Bush, Ayanna Pressley, Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar. They chose, maybe let's not lie to the American people. Maybe let's actually fight for them. Maybe a little bit, just a little bit. But the rest of the Progressive Caucus lied. They took blood money and lied. And they're still doing it. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not someone that's going to go out there and say, cancel them just because they're Democrats. But I mean, what the fuck's going on with Democrats? Roe v. Wade is gone. Nancy Pelosi, the leader of the Democrats in the House, is campaigning for Henry Cuellar, a pro-life, anti-abortion, anti-choice Democrat, a Republican, aka. While Roe v. Wade is being desecrated, the leader of the Democratic Party in the House is campaigning against Roe v. Wade, against abortion access. And the leaders of the so-called Progressive Caucus are going on television lying to you about how there was a unanimous vote to endorse a far-right loser, lunatic, anti-trans, anti-gay, anti-fucking healthcare, anti-progressive lunatic, Chantel Brown? They're lying. The Democratic Party has got a problem with liars. And again, we need to see some form of evidence for these kinds of claims. Is Mark Pocan really just going to say it was unanimous, 100% endorsed? Meanwhile, AOC apparently not counted in that. It was unanimous except for AOC. Either it's unanimous or it's not. So we're going to need to see some voting records, right? You recorded it, right? There's evidence of the vote, right? You have AOC on record saying, yes, I vote to endorse Chantel Brown instead of Nina Turner. She's on tape, right? You have that. Otherwise, why would you lie about it on television? If he doesn't have that tape, why would he go on TV and claim that he does? So, accidentally hit my start button there. You got to see all my video games pop up. But anyway, this kind of shit, I mean, it's crazy. That shit's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. Like, I mean, like, these motherfuckers are crazy. Mark Pocan, lying scumbag. Lying fucking scumbag. People need to go to these motherfuckers' houses with loud-ass megaphones and scream to them so that they are unable to sleep at night, calling them what they are: lying, blood money-soaked, corrupt fucking scumbags. All of them, except for the 6 in the squad that actually have a backbone. And in this case, only AOC has come out to endorse Nina Turner. To my knowledge, I may have missed something else. But again, if there's a backroom deal that went on between Nina Turner and the rest of the squad, I respect them. But we're going to need to see some. This is, you know, why even have a left in Congress? You know, like, I don't know, man. This is not okay. All I know is that this is not okay in any capacity at all. And no one will be held accountable. That's the thing. This is the reality pill here. No one will be held accountable. Yes, they will all get away with it. They will all profit from this. They will all get richer. They will all sell out even further. And they will never say sorry. They will never apologize. They will never admit that what they did was wrong. Ro Khanna and Pramila Jayapal, they're still going on TV every day saying, don't worry, we got Manchin. We almost got him. We almost got him, guys. We almost got him. They will never admit that they've been duped. So the only option is to vote them the fuck out. That's it. That's the last option. We have one option left. Vote them the fuck out. That's it. No other options.